it's Elisa, and I just wanted to get on here and post a quick update. Well, I hope it's quick. I hope it's not too long. Today, me and Brian had our follow-up appointment with our RE, and if you guys remember, we did not want to do it, but then the nurse kind of said, well, you kind of have to. So today, and I was fine. I was fine for the appointment. I was fine driving up there. I was fine sitting in the waiting room until they called us back there, and I started walking towards the doctor, and I was like, oh no, I feel the tears coming. They're coming. I'm gonna cry. Something's gonna happen. Bad emotions are coming. So the first thing he did was like, I know you guys don't want to be here. I didn't want you to have to be here either. And he's like, the doctor told us that when you transferred, you have about 60% chance, or we had at our clinic a 60% chance for success. And he said, so that basically means that 6 couples right now are pretty happy, and 4 couples are also sitting here like you are, unhappy. And so that's when I started watering up, and I was like, you're right. And I've been fine. I've been fine for these last few weeks. And then all of a sudden he's sitting here saying, I'm so sorry that this didn't work. And I'm like, yeah, it sucks that this didn't work. And so I got emotional, but not really emotional, just watered up a little, and then pulled myself together. He basically didn't tell us anything we didn't already know. They don't know. There's still so much the doctors don't know about why some embryos work and some don't, especially without like PGS testing or PGD testing, to actually test the embryos to see if they are chromosomally normal. So that is basically what he thinks happened, is because it looked beautiful on the outside, we assumed everything would be fine, but we don't actually know if genetically that embryo was normal. So he thinks that that's why it failed. So I mean, you know, we'll never know one way or the other, but so we started talking about more positive things like the frozen embryo transfer. I did actually get my calendar from our nurse, and basically the doctor was just talking about the protocol that was going to be involved, because you sent me the calendar, and the calendar was actually kind of intimidating. Here, let me pull it up on my phone, because you're actually on Lupron, and that's to basically suppress your entire natural system, so that your ovaries don't start to activate, your follicles don't grow, nothing. So basically, it makes you like baseline out, so that every hormone that they add, that your body is only doing exactly what they want you to do. So they have me on Lupron. I started birth control right after the 2nd day of my cycle. After the failed transfer, and so I've been on birth control since, and they actually want me to basically take the 3 weeks of birth control works, 3 weeks of active pills and 1 week of basically placebos, and then you get your period within that week of placebos. So they want me to skip that week of placebos and go straight to taking another 2.5 weeks of birth control. So they're pushing my period up, or delaying it. They're delaying my period by another 2.5 weeks, so that I get my period exactly when they want. But also, they have me starting Lupron on September 11th, and they have me taking that all the way until, oh gosh, October 3rd. So they have me on Lupron for, it's a low dose. It says 10 units. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but they have me on it forever. And so I asked the doctor if that was normal, and he said that for them, that's how they do it. So I'll be on Lupron and Estrace 2 times a day, so that's gonna suck. I won't be on Estrace the whole time. I'll be only on Lupron for most of that time, and then you add in Estrace, and then you stop Lupron, and then you start progesterone. So it's like this whole thing. Anyway, it's the whole process. And I realized I didn't have enough birth control, so Kaiser actually, because I qualified for the ESAP program, they are paying for all the meds and the ultrasound appointments and everything. So they ordered me more birth control pills that I don't have to pay for, and all of the Lupron and the Estrace and all of the things that I'm going to be on, the progesterone, the extra progesterone. We're going to use up the supplies that we have, but they're also buying us all these extra meds. So they're having a pharmacy call us to arrange delivery. let's see. And there was all this drama back and forth about this thaw and transfer consent form because they wanted to book an additional appointment. And you guys know that our clinic's not close to us really. And Brian works in the wine industry, so he has harvest right now and they're really busy. And so it's really very difficult for us to get time off during this time of year. My company is busy, and he's busy at his company, so it's just really not a good time to try to be making a baby here with all these appointments. So I was going back and forth and basically fighting with our IVF nurse saying, listen, you want us to come in for more injection training, and because we've already had injection training. We don't want to do it again. And she was like, okay, well, if you want to skip the injection training, that's fine, but you need to sign this consent form. I was like, so wait, you want us to take off the whole day so you can give us this appointment in the middle of the afternoon in Sacramento? You know, I mean, it's just, and I was like, to sign a form? You want us to take a day off of work to sign a form? So I have continued, it's been like a 7-email battle of her saying, we recommend this, we would like this, we would prefer that. And I'm like, listen, if it's not required, I'm not going to do it. We don't want to sign the injection, do the injection training. And today when I was at my appointment with my RE, he let us sign the form right in front of him. So we don't even have to come back. So I don't know why she was fighting me so hard when they just let me sign the form today anyway. So, but that's neither here nor there. So the form is signed, we're skipping the injection training, they're gonna ship us the new meds, and the doctor was really sorry, but he said that basically this next transfer, we're still gonna have another 60% chance. We don't know if it's a genetically normal embryo, but he is gonna transfer it and we'll have 60% chance again. And then if that one doesn't work, we still have one more free try, and then after that, you know, Brian said it's just money. We'll have to save up and transfer the other ones if those don't work. So, you know, Brian really wants me not to be stressed about this cycle. And I really feel already much better about it. You know, I'm going to be it's going to require lots of shots, way more shots even probably than the IVF. Well, because then we had like 3 shots, sometimes 4 a day, and this time we're going to have like 1 shot for a really long time. So 1 shot a day for a really long time. But I guess we'll see, you know, in the end. What else did we learn? Oh, the ESAT program, I thought that the whole point of the ESAT program was that if we transferred 1 every single time, then it would be free. If it didn't work, if we had such high quality embryos, which we did. But it turns out that the ESAT program is actually only, if you have the high quality embryos, you only have to transfer 1 the first transfer. The second and third tries, if the second one doesn't work and you have to go to a third one, you're allowed to transfer 1 or 2 at my age, being under 35. And so me and Brian have talked a lot since the failed transfer, whether we wanted to transfer 1 or 2 going into this next cycle, because the nurse was making it sound like we had the option of transferring more than 1, and we were convinced we were going to transfer 2. That's what we're going to do, and, you know, up our odds or whatever. But I guess the odds are different depending on your clinic, depending on what doctor you talk to. You know, the likelihood of getting 1 baby or 2 babies if you transfer 2. You know, our doctor was saying it's a 60% chance if you transfer 1, and it only goes up to 64 if you transfer 2. So, but then I just heard today another YouTuber say that her doctor said that it's about 45% chance of getting pregnant with 1 embryo, and it jumps to 65% chance with 2 embryos. And the chance of having twins is 35% if you put in like 2 embryos, no matter what, it's 35%. But so I think it probably just depends on the clinic, or maybe it depends on your case or what. I mean, you know, pregnancy, it's not an exact science. So me and Brian we didn't have a chance to talk about it like with each other right then in the appointment, with RE sitting there staring at us going, you know, I really think that you guys should still go with 1. There's no reason for you to transfer more than 1. Twins are high risk pregnancies, and, you know, I'm a short woman. I'm like 4'11" or something. So, you know, I only have so much room for a baby. But I think that in that moment, me and Brian just looked at each other, and it wasn't like the transfer date where I felt pushed into it. I looked at Brian and I was like, I want 1 baby. you know, I want one healthy baby, you know? So in that moment, I was like, one, no doubt about it. It was just one. We only want one. And Brian's like, I think we've decided that we really still just want to transfer one. And me and Brian both, I mean, before Brian could even talk to me or reference me, he said, but if this next one transfer doesn't work, then on our third try, we're going to want to go with two. And the doctor said, I think that that's probably wise. I would do that too. If this one doesn't work out, then next time we'll transfer two. And so, you know, for our doctor being so anti-transferring two embryos and twins, you know, he was with our plan. So that's the plan. We're going to transfer one. We signed the Thon transfer form. We're going to try this one more time with one embryo. And I think probably after that, we'll probably transfer two, if it doesn't work. So, you know, we'll see. The appointments are now scheduled for September. You have to get ultrasounds and blood work to make sure that your numbers are all right and your lining's looking good. So that's going to be September 18th and 29th. So, and I asked if those appointments would move any depending on what he sees in the ultrasounds. And he said that those appointments are solid to tell your work that that's how it's going to work out. And they're morning appointments just like they were with IVF. So I could go up there and then go to work afterwards. And I'm not going to make Brian go with me to those ultrasounds because it's not like the follicle count or some, you know, an IVF and it's all new and scary to me. I'm like, this is just an ultrasound and blood work. I've got this. So it's not going to be a new procedure. It's not going to be a big deal. I'm just going to do it and get it over with. And then, actually Brian has to go with me for the transfer. So he did have to ask for that day off because I guess both parties have to be there because technically it's both of our property. So he has to actually be there that day to sign something or something. So he has to be with me that day. So, October 9th. You know, that's the day right now, for the next transfer. And then I'll get a blood test 9 or 10 days after that, I assume. And, yeah, so I don't, once I start the Lupron, I might make an update video, but you guys might not see me again for another couple weeks because I'm not sure what I'll have to update. The list of symptoms that you could possibly get on Lupron was high. there was a few different ones. Headache, nausea, all the same things that I'm used to from doing IVF. But I'm looking at these shots going, okay, I have to take one shot for a long time, like 20 days or something like that. But, you know, one little tiny baby shot, the Lupron needle is like this big. So, like this big. This video is now 13 minutes long. I'm really sorry, guys. But, yeah, that's all I have for you. All my notes. Yeah. So yeah, I've got monitoring ultrasounds, gonna get my meds soon. Maybe I'll do an unboxing video when I get these new batch of meds. But I mean, if you guys are doing IVF, you already know what they look like. So, I'm not stressed about this cycle. I'm really gonna try to take it for what it is. It's one try. Not every woman gets pregnant the first month that she tries. I didn't get pregnant in my month. So I'm hoping that this next October cycle will be my month. And right until then, I'm just going to try to enjoy my husband and enjoy the kids that I have and, you know, enjoy life. So I will be talking to you ladies, hopefully sooner rather than later. And I hope that all of you guys are doing great. And thanks for watching.